So I was just speaking to you before about using products which can damage your hair and make that horrible chewing-gum texture when it's wet. What's the best way to recover from that and recover from the dryness that you get from the sun and the kind of weather?
So using, for me, it's more about making sure you concentrate on two things when protecting and sort of replenishing sort of your hair needs. First thing is moisture, but the second thing is protein. For me, using our strength and repair range will increase the protein levels of the hair to rebuild its internal strength and structure, which then allows moisture to hold on to that. So if the protein levels aren't there, moisture doesn't hold, so it can really delay the process in repairing the hair. But having a good wardrobe of products, because your hair changes throughout the year and through the seasons, so sometimes it needs more moisture, sometimes it needs more strength, sometimes it needs more shine, sometimes it needs a bit more colour protection depending on what's on your hair, so I think having a big wardrobe is essential.
Yeah. Well, I love using it. I've noticed you've got the sculpting mousse. I use that and I love that for a night out.
Oh, cool.
So, but what's the best way to kind of use those mousses? Because when I come out the shower with my wet hair, I kind of put it on and do I put it straight away or do I leave it till it's a bit down?
I find with most styling products, I find that if you use styling products and the hair's too wet, you end up putting quite a lot on the hair, and also you get through it quite quickly, but also it can leave a bit of a heavy residue. And I love that mousse because it's so lightweight, but for me, I think the product works better if you put it on the hair when it's sort of like 80, sort of 90% dry, so you're not diluting the product down, you don't need to use as much product. And I think that's the same for most products, unless the hair is naturally very frizzy or really, really coarse, then you need to put a lot of oils in the hair when the hair's quite damp. But for the average head of hair, I would always give it a quick rough dry first before you put your styling products in.
My hair's naturally straight, but for summer and for nights out I like to kind of style it up a bit, make it a bit fancy, organised, a bit curly. What's the best way to go about that without the curls dropping out or it going really frizzy and really dry?
I think for the curls to last, again it's important to use heat protection spray, but I see it all the time when people put heat protection on and they saturate the ends and then we're sort of wetting the hair down, which means that when the heated tool goes on, it's struggling to just even dry the hair, let alone set it in place. So just really a fine mist of any heat defender spray, that will kind of help the curls stay for longer. Obviously hairspray helps, but also for sort of more volume and texture, using things like dusts or backcombing powders in at the root is fantastic on nights out because you literally just have to use your fingers through your hair and it revives the product. And also we have a new texturizing spray which combines a dry shampoo and a hairspray, so it's really nice. It's quite matte, but it gives you a really nice hold, which is sort of better than some kind of shiny products because they tend to sort of make the hair drop a little bit. I find matte products give you a little bit more grip and guts in the hair.
And obviously with it being summer, a lot of people will be going away and they don't want to pack too much with them, but they still want to have that really nice look, shiny, nice hair. What are the best tips and best products to take with you when you're going away on holiday?
To take away. I think Charles Worthington was very clever because he was the first one to invent the takeaways, which are perfect for travelling. And as well, like when you're away, your hair requires different things. Sometimes it's quite humid, sometimes you need more UV protection. So definitely put in your suitcase a sun shield shampoo and a spray, and also a mask for replenishing the moisture levels. But as well, I find just a little takeaway, dry shampoos, hairsprays, just have a little selection, because I find that when people go away, they want to be able to, they want to wear different things, they want to create different hairstyles, so being prepared is the key. But also take a few little accessories, like a few different pins and grips, take some hair bands, take some headbands, and you can be quite creative when you put your mind to it. I think when you're on holiday, you're relaxed, you've got time to sort of spend creating different looks in the evening, whereas when you're back home, you kind of tend to do your hair quite quickly.
Yeah, I think for me, with my hair getting longer now, especially at the back, it's really thick, so when I dry it, I just kind of give it a quick dry because I know it's going to take so long to style. And obviously with summer and with the kind of heat, you mentioned masks before, they're really good. What can you do when it gets to those times like today, how it's started really sunny but then it's not really horrible? What's the kind of your advice for keeping hair in that tip-top
condition? I think it's being clever with what products you layer up. So for me, it's sort of hydrating the hair, so using a little bit of like an elixir oil to sort of give you that first surface. Then you can apply a little bit of mousse on top, which tends to give it a bit of hold. But we have like a long-lasting straightening spray for the hair now, which gives you up to 3 days hold, and it's like anti-frizz. So something like that is good if you're creating smooth looks that you want to last. Unfortunately, like humidity and moisture in the hair always breaks down a beautiful blow dry. So it's kind of covering your hair as well at the same time, and just trying to avoid those conditions. But I know it's hard, but we definitely have a lot more products available now to help aid. But I think definitely people tend to just use one product for one thing and one for another, but experiment and take time to mix different things together to create your own products and your own concoctions. And that's what I tend to do a lot in the salon with my clients, is to get them kind of experimenting. The world's your oyster really, because there's so many products out there.
It's like something you go in the salon and your hair's so beautiful, it's trying to maintain that like a few months down the line, trying to keep that blow dry that you get from the salon and that kind of healthy hair that you get when you walk out the door.
Definitely. I think it's to listen to your stylist, and in the salon we do like a masterclass, which is a one-on-one with a stylist, and they show you tips and tricks, and literally you take it in turns to do your hair. So it's a really, really good way of like learning to control your hair, because it's one thing, like you said, leaving the salon and trying to maintain that, but it's educating the client as well, I think. Alright.
Thank you very much.
Well, you're welcome. I hope that's helpful.
Yeah, so if you want to have more tips and tricks for hair for the summer, head over to bootscamp/summerlooks.